Oh, hi. Welcome to Legends and Lattes. What can I get for you? Oh, you're looking for Viv? She's actually not here right now. We had a bit of a cardamom emergency, so she's taking care of that. Oh, wait, are you the person that she was meeting here to do some job orientation with? Oh, well, welcome to the team. It's nice to meet you. My name is Tandri. I'm the other owner here. I mean, Viv might still be a few minutes, but if you'd like, I could kind of show you around a little bit. Yeah. Viv said that you were looking for a new start. No, it's all right. You don't have to tell me what that means. We're kind of all about that here. People being unexpected, I suppose. Daring to dream of something different. So, if that's the case, I think you'll fit right in. Besides, if Viv trusts you, then I trust you. She's a pretty good gauge of character, even though she might not say that, but she is. So, have you ever worked in the food industry before? Done any kind of serving or preparing food? That's okay. I actually hadn't either before I started working here, but I'm sure you'll catch on quick. Now, here's another very, very important question. Have you ever had coffee before? I like that answer, actually. I like getting to introduce people to coffee for the first time. Well, you maybe have never tasted it, but you have already smelled it. That strange, exotic aroma in the air, sort of toasted, sort of nutty, like old wood or fresh earth or toasted nuts, something like that. That is the unmistakable aroma of freshly brewed coffee. Well, I'm not quite as good at describing it as Viv is. You get her talking about coffee, she'll never stop. But I guess that's understandable. It, kind of changed her life. And then I guess it kind of changed my life too. Well, if you would like, I could introduce you to coffee a little bit, show you how we make it and all of that, seeing as you're going to be making coffee here. Sure. Let me get some. This is where it all starts. These are coffee beans. It's not really a bean, I don't think. It's more like kind of a fruit that's been toasted, kind of a nut, sort of a large seed almost. I don't really know how to describe it. It's something kind of all on its own. So to make coffee, you take these coffee beans and you grind them up really fine. And then we put them through our machine that mixes them with hot water. And then it siphons out the actual coffee grounds. So you're not drinking the grounds, but you're drinking the hot water after it's been steeped with the coffee. It's sort of similar in feeling to tea a little bit, but not. In my opinion, much, much better. Although I am a little biased. So, it starts with these beans, and then we grind them. This is our coffee grinder here. So you take some of the beans, you put it in the top part here, and then you turn the handle, and it grinds them into a nice fine powder. It goes down into this little drawer. And you take that out, you get your coffee grounds. Now, we like to keep our coffee grounds as fresh as possible. So usually I don't grind any until just before we open in the morning, so that all of the coffee grounds are fresh, as much as possible at least. We get pretty busy. I used to grind some in the morning, and then sort of when we had the lull after the morning rush, I would grind some more for, you know, lunchtime and so on and so forth. Now, usually, well, we've got a pretty loyal clientele around here, so I don't always have time to do more grinding. Although, if you're going to be working here, maybe you could do that. Anyway, let me show you how this works. Alright, so as I said, pretty simple. You've just got this top part here, the handle, and then the little drawer once you're done with the grinding. So we'll just pop this open. The beans right in there. Then just hold on down here, turn the handle. Once you've done that for a little while, you can take out the little drawer here. And there are the fresh coffee grounds you just made. Let me just put that right in this smaller jar here. Yeah. That's all there is to it. And there you have it. There's our freshly ground coffee. Relatively simple. And even without brewing it, that coffee smell is pretty strong. Here, we're gonna smell. Isn't that beautiful? I think so anyway. You know, I'm not particularly a morning person. Obviously, working here, I'm up in the morning pretty early. But sitting, grinding coffee in the morning, first thing, and releasing this wonderful smell, especially with Thimble back there, getting all of his baked goods going. It's a pretty nice start to the morning. Now, that's only half the job, of course. We do have to actually make the coffee. Here, why don't you come around here? I'll show you how. Alright, now we get to the fun part. This is our beautiful coffee machine. Gnomish ingenuity at its finest. So, this is the pot where we will put our water. This down here is an oil lamp that we will light. And then we'll put our coffee grounds right into the bottom of here. Now, that's pretty much all that you have to do. Once you light this, the water will heat up and it will slowly siphon through here into this glass with the coffee grounds in it. Then, once all of the water has siphoned from here, this will lift up. I'll show you in a minute, but that will lift up and this little lid will close so the flame will go out. And then the coffee slowly siphons back through here into this chamber again. And then you just pull that open, out comes the coffee. It sounds a little bit complicated. I'll show you how it works. And there you are. Perfect, fresh cup of coffee. Here, why don't you give that a try? Well, do you normally take your tea with milk or plain? Okay, then why don't you start with that one? We have a few different versions of how to make coffee, but this is it in its truest form. So, give that a sip. See what you think. Isn't that amazing? So this is, as I said, just straight coffee. But as you can see on the board, we also offer lattes, which I'll teach you how to make those another day. But those are coffee but with added frothy milk. And so it gives it more of a creamier variation. And then either of those drinks can also be poured over ice if you want an iced coffee instead of hot. And as exciting and wonderful as all of that coffee is, it's only half of what we do here. I mentioned before Thimble. He is the absolute most genius baker you will ever meet. He makes us all kinds of amazing delicacies that you're probably also smelling as well. Allow me to introduce you. This one here is our first and probably most popular delicacy. A cinnamon roll. The size of your hand, guaranteed. He makes these fresh, and as soon as he makes them, we sell out. It is hard to keep any of these on the shelf. That delectable aroma of sugar and cinnamon with the creamy icing on top. Absolutely beautiful. You'll have to have a taste of one of those one day. And then we have something completely different, but also still quite good. You see, the problem that we had with the cinnamon rolls, well, not a problem. They're amazing. But the issue that we had with them was that he could only make so many at a time, and we would swell out so quickly, and then we wouldn't have any sort of baked goods. So he came up with another recipe, an absolute genius little cookie crunchy treat. And these can keep for a while, so we can make a big batch of them, and they're good for a few days. Well, actually, probably longer than that, but we don't normally keep them for longer than that. And that is these. They're little crunchy cookies here made with cardamom, a very unusual spice, and the cause of our emergency earlier today, and orange zest and dried currants and walnuts. They are quite yummy on their own, but they are especially delicious when you actually dunk them in coffee. A wonderful pairing. Little sweet, little crunchy to go with the creamy, more rich taste of the coffee. Absolutely wonderful. And then our third delicacy, which is absolutely to die for. Have you heard of chocolate? I thought not. It's a pretty rare delicacy. I had never had it until Thimble made one of these for me. But these are absolutely to die for. These are his moonlight crescents. They are crispy, flaky pastry dough. They're rolled over unto itself with that dark stuff in there is a chocolate spread. Now, chocolate is, it's hard to describe. It's actually kind of similar to coffee in the sense that it is rich and decadent, except where coffee has that little bit of bitterness to it. Chocolate is sweet and silky, absolutely beautiful. Truly, truly heavenly. So these are our midnight crescents. So there you have it. There is just sort of a little preview of everything that we sell here. But you know, Legends and Lattes, it's more than just a place to get a yummy drink and a sweet treat, you know? This is a place that people come to just hang out, to relax, to get something to start their day on a good note, to feel warm, to feel cozy, to feel like there's no pressure, nobody wants anything from you. It's a place to belong. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, you can stop in, have a cup of coffee and a cinnamon roll or a crescent or whatever it is that you'd like, and just be here in the moment. It's a good place to work. Whether you are a coffee connoisseur like Viv, or whether you're just learning about it for the first time. It's a nice place. It really is. Oh, and of course we have a bard that comes in a few nights a week and plays. And somewhere around here there's a very, very large cat-like creature. Not sure where she got off to today, but you'll see her around too. And, you know, as you get to actually know the people here, you'll get to know the regulars and what their orders are, and they'll get to know you. And your smile at the beginning of the day is going to brighten their whole day. It's a good place. It's a good place to work. Oh, look at that. I see Viv coming in. We must have had the cardamom crisis averted. Well, I will let her take over then. Finish up whatever kind of training, or I don't know if she had a contract for you or anything like that. I'll let her handle that. I should get back to the customers anyway. But I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to Legends and Lattes.